Good evening, children. Welcome to SPM Math Schooling. Today we are going to revise the third chapter, the concept of simultaneous linear equation with two variable and three variable. First, we are going to see the linear equation in two variable. Linear equation in two variable is nothing but any first degree equation is containing a variable x and y is called as a linear equation with two variable. Same way, a first degree equation is containing three variable such as x, y and z, then we can call that as a linear equation with three variable. Usually, these linear equation will be represented by straight line and plane. If it is a two variable equation, it can be represented by a straight line. If the equation containing three variables, then it can be represented by a plane. Here, I am going to teach a linear equation by using examples. A first degree equation is a linear equation. What is meant to be first degree? The term we have to be know it. So, I am going to take x plus y plus z equal to 0. In this equation, how many variables we have? Three variables we have it in the equation. That is x, y and z. Okay. How many terms we have it in this equation? 1, 2, 3. Totally 3 terms. How do we find these terms? So wherever plus and minus occur in this equation, we have to split it as a term. So x as a first term and y as a second term and z as a third term. So totally we have 3 terms in this equation. Here they didn't mention the power of the given terms. So if they didn't give anything, we have to consider the power as 1. So x to the power 1, same way y to the power 1 and z to the power 1. So all these 3 terms have the power as 1. So degree means we have to compare the powers of the given terms. So first term have the power as 1. Second term power is also 1. Third term power is also 1. Okay. What is the highest power of the given equation? Is 1. If the degree is 1, then we can consider the term as a first degree equation will be called as a linear equation. But here we have 3 variables. So we can call that equation as a linear equation with 3 variables. Therefore, we can say this equation as a linear equation with 3 variables. Next, we can move on to the next example. That is 2x plus 5y equal to minus 7. I am taking here two variable equation. So I have only x and y. Here I don't have the power of x and y. So if they didn't give anything, we have to consider that power as 1. So 2 into x power 1, y power 1. Okay. Now we have to compare the powers of the given terms. So the highest power of the terms are 1 because both are same. So we have to take the power as 1. A first degree equation is called as a linear equation, but here we have two variables. So we have to consider the term as a linear equation with two variables. Here I am going to give one more example for you. That is x into y plus 7 equal to 0. Here I have two terms as well as two variables. Shall we say this equation as a linear equation with two variables? So here we have two terms, that is xy as a term and 7 as a term. Okay, here we have two terms. Okay, now in the second term we don't have any variable. If we don't have any variable, we have to consider that power as 0. The same way, x to the power 1, y to the power 1, if it is in a multiply form, we have to add the power as 2. Now we have to compare the terms to find the highest degree. So here the highest first degree equation is a linear equation. Here we have 2 as the highest degree. So it does not be a linear equation. It does not belong to a linear equation. Usually we'll take graphical method to represent for a linear equation of 2 variable and 3 variable. Now I am going to represent 2 variable equation in a graphical method. So the vertical axis, that is y axis, we have to mark that vertical line as y axis and the horizontal line as x axis. You can take any value for x and y. I am going to take for the x value as 1 and y value as, we have to take them in the same interval. So I am going to mark this value as 5. The next value will be in the same interval only. So we can take that value as 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. So I am going to mark here as 10 and 15. Only 3 values I am marking here. The same way for in the x-axis 1, 2, 3. So now we can plot the point 1, 5. So the point of intersection 1 and 5 meeting point is point of intersection. The same way 2, 10. And next 3, 15. X-axis 3 and y-axis is 15. So 3, 15. All these 3 points we have to be joined together. If we join together that points, so join together will get a straight line. So we learned that linear equation with the 2 variable will be represented by a straight line. It has been proven here. And next the same way we can move on to the linear equation with 3 variable also. So already we know that here only we have x and y axis, and if it is a 3 variable equation we have to draw another axis, that is x axis, y axis, first x axis, horizontal line is x axis and vertical line is y axis. And the same way another axis is z axis. This is a 3-dimensional part. Now I am just keeping for x, y, z, some other point I am keeping. All the 3 points has to be joined together. So if I join, we'll get a plane. So the linear equation with 3 variable will be represented by a plane. Okay. Next move on to the nature of the solution. If you obtain a false equation such as 0 is equal to 1 in any step, then the system is inconsistent and it has no solution. If you obtain identity such as 0 is equal to 0, then the system is consistent and it has many solutions. The same way, if you obtain some values of the given variable x, y or x, y, z, then the solution will be unique. Okay, so whatever the solution, the given equation will decide the number of the solution. If you have 2 variable equation, your solution will be 2. If you have 3 variable equation, the number of the solution will be 3. The same way, if the 3 planes are parallel, then the number of point of intersection will be 3. Because 3 planes are parallel in the equation, so it will have only 3 point of intersection. We know the definition of the linear equation. A first degree equation is called as a linear equation. So what is the degree of that linear equation? Is always 1, because we told that first degree equation is called as a linear equation. So what about the solution of the linear equation? Linear equation solution will always be unique because we don't have any other solution. Only we'll get one value for all the variables. And next, previous year we have learned how to solve this linear equation by using substitution method, elimination method and cross multiplication method. Most probably in the 10th standard we'll use elimination method. If I am using elimination method to solve this equation, I am arriving the value of x equal to 1, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 3. I am just giving the example. Not only 1, 2, 3, you may arrive some other value also. If I am arriving some values of the given variable, then I can say this equation is consistent and it has a unique solution. Why it is consistent? Because left hand side and right hand side are equal. If I am arriving some value, then it will be equal. So if it is equal, we can say the system of linear equation is consistent and it has unique solution because I have only one value for x and one value for y and one value for z. Because x equal to 1, x is not plus or minus 1, y equal to not plus or minus 2 and z equal to not plus or minus 3. I am having only one value for all the three given variables. Okay, the next way, if I am arriving 0 is equal to 0, while I am using the elimination method to solve this equation, if I arrive this value 0 equal to 0 at any step, I can say this is consistent. Why it is consistent? Because left hand side and right hand side are equal. If it is equal, we have to say this equation is consistent. Because if it is equal, we have to say this as consistent and it has infinitely many solutions. So the system of equation is consistent. The system of equation is consistent and it has infinitely many solutions. If you are arriving the identity 0 is equal to 0 means how many solutions we can have it? Infinitely many solutions. In the same way, we'll move on to the next case. If you obtain a false equation, if you obtain a false equation 0 is equal to minus 1 or minus 1 equal to 0 or 0 equal to 1 or 7 equal to 0, it can be anything. Either whatever the number, positive or negative, not only minus 1 and 1, it can be any number. But here we can observe this as left hand side and right hand side are not equal. If it is not equal, then we can say this term as inconsistent. If it is equal, then we have to say that as consistent. Consistent only we can find the solution. If it is inconsistent, we can't find the solution. So the system is inconsistent and it has no solution. And it has no solution. So all these three things. So first, if you are arriving some value for the given variable of x, y, z, then we can say the system of equation is consistent and it has unique solution. If you arrive the value of 0 is equal to 0, then the system of equation is consistent because left hand side and right hand side are equal. So it is consistent and it has infinitely many solutions. If you obtain a false equation 0 equal to minus 1 or minus 1 equal to 0 or 0 equal to 1 or else 1 equal to 0, whatever it is, if you obtain an unequal value, then we can say this as inconsistent and it has no solution. And it has no solution. I hope you all understand the definition of linear equation and types of linear equation and how do we represent in the graphic method and types of solution of this equation. Thank you, children.